Hey man, what it is, this is Deem and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to Cash App, $Deem by any means. There go to PayPal, @Deem by any means. Y'all see that heart with the $? Yeah, that's the super thanks. You could press that at any time your heart desires. Say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. Earthmen, Earthmen, Earthmen everywhere. Y'all have to stop this madness. So now Vergil Ortiz is a bigger star and a bigger name and a bigger payday than Teofimo Lopez. Stop it. It is getting sad, all in the name of not being wrong. It is getting very, very, very sad out here. So let me get this straight. The guy that y'all all want to see, Gervontadavis, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, who will catapult their career. Vergil Ortiz, a catapult Jerron Boots in his career at a division he's not even at. So now he's a bigger and notable more name than Teofimo Lopez. Are y'all crazy? Are y'all insane? I'm just wondering. I'm just asking a question. So Gervontadavis' biggest fight is not a big fight for jaronennis, who's a lesser star than Gervontadavis. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, please. It's just flat out not true. Vergil Ortiz has fought nobody. And the one person he fought, he got dropped twice, and a bunch of people think he lost that fight. Stop it, man. Stop being an earthman. It's okay. It is okay, y'all. I promise you it's okay. You can't sit up here and tell me Devin Haney, Shakur, Gervonta, who are all bigger names than, y'all tell me, than jaronennis, that Vergil Ortiz, those got that the fight, a big fight for those gentlemen. It's not a big fight for jaronennis as a main event and not a co-main in Saudi Arabia. Stop it. You are lying. That is not true. And you know that is not true. Jaronennis will get paid more to fight Teofimo Lopez than he would Vergil Ortiz. Jaronennis and Teofimo Lopez is a way bigger interested fight into the public than Jaronennis and Vergil Ortiz. And then this notion that it'll catapult him so high at 154 is just not true. Vergil Ortiz is not catapulted in 154. How could he do anything for jaronennis he can't do for himself? Y'all got Vergil Ortiz losing to Madrimov. So unless you telling me, Dean, when jaronennis go to 154, he not going to get no fights because he didn't fight Vergil Ortiz, then maybe I would agree with you. So what y'all telling me? That jaronennis going to get to 154, and because he didn't fight Vergil Ortiz, that ain't nobody going to want to fight him? That's a bigger name than Vergil Ortiz? Vergil Ortiz is not even the 5th most popular guy at 154. Vergil Ortiz is not a star. Stop it. You don't care about Vergil Ortiz. You only bringing Vergil Ortiz up because of this Boots thing. Y'all not even talking about Vergil and Madrimov. How could he be a star? But you know what y'all is talking about? Jaronennis and Teofimo Lopez. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to the public. It's mighty funny. Y'all want to bring up achievements and then keep talking about, well, he could have stayed out. We could have fought him at one. Jaronennis has told you he is not fighting at 154 until he gets there. That's what he said. And then y'all switch your whole perspective on what y'all think. Y'all was sitting up there telling me, Dean, you can't duck nobody that's not at your weight class. But jaronennis duck somebody that's not at his weight class. Make this make sense to me, because it doesn't. Now y'all want to see jaronennis and Teofimo Lopez, but y'all was very interested in jaronennis and Vergil Ortiz as the co-main. Stop it. It is getting bad out here. It is getting sad, and I'm looking at y'all crazy right now. So Gervontadavis' biggest fight is not a big fight for Jaronennis, who is not Gervontadavis. Make it make sense to me. Please make it make sense. Then y'all say he bringing up a guy from 140. Ain't Vergil bringing up a guy from 147? Oh, dang, well, Jaronennis is big. Teofimo Lopez is very big to be a 140-pounder as well. That's why he's been considering going to 147. But you know what's so funny? None of y'all said Teofimo Lopez versus Terrence Crawford wasn't a big fight. Y'all was entertaining that. Y'all wasn't telling Terrence Crawford to fight Vergil Ortiz instead of Teofimo Lopez, and I dare you lie. It was perfectly fine when Brian Norman Jr. was going to fight Teofimo Lopez for the WBO belt. I didn't hear a word. I didn't hear a word from none of you about that. Just to show your hypocrisy. Now, Vergil Ortiz makes Jaronennis a star? Stop it. That's a bunch of nonsense. You don't even know half of the people Vergil Ortiz fought. Stop it. Y'all is pissing me off with this, with the lies. Why would he want to jump up and down weight classes? And then y'all say Gervontadavis did again. What did Gervontadavis say? Has he fought at 140 again? No. Why? Why did he do that? And then y'all tell me, well, we've seen other fighters do it, and because you see other people jump off of bridges, you gonna do it? Yeah, other fighters that jumped up between weight classes, what do they have to do with Jaronennis? It's a bunch of other fighters that haven't, like Errol Spence, like Canelo Alvarez, like Terrence Crawford, like David Benavidez, and so what? Are y'all crazy? Like jumping up between different weight classes makes you a star. You get extra credit for that. You don't. Under any circumstances, you don't. And it's way more examples of that hurting fighters than being beneficial to fighters. If you really following boxing, there's way more examples of guys jumping up weight classes and then jumping down. Way more examples. So to sit up here and try to act like Vergil is this star that he is not, you're being disingenuous because y'all don't want to be wrong. You want to call boots a duck and you know you have to stay there. But Terrence Crawford was going to fight Teofimo Lopez. Y'all never asked Terrence Crawford to fight Vergil Ortiz. Definitely not over Teofimo Lopez. But now you want the public to believe that Vergil Ortiz is a bigger star than Teofimo Lopez. That right there, you are lying. And I know this is just a smear campaign against Jaronennis. It has to be. Gervontadavis and Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson biggest fight. It's not a big fight for Jaronennis, who y'all tell me is not bigger than neither of the three guys that I named. Vergil Ortiz is not a bigger star than Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez, who was the co-main to Jaronennis. I'm going to say that again. Vergil Ortiz is not a bigger name than Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez, who was the co-main to Jaronennis. Oh, damn, he turned down the opportunity. So when he get to 154, what, ain't nobody at 154 going to fight? So y'all going to, I'm going to ask you again. So are you going to allow people at 154 when Jaronennis get there to duck Jaronennis because he didn't fight Vergil Ortiz? What the hell not fighting Vergil Ortiz got to do with all of the other fighters at 154? And the part that everybody tries to lie about to try to make their argument, if Jaronennis get the WBC and the WBO belt, he can automatically challenge the champion at 154. What are you talking about? He's missing out on what opportunity? Vergil Ortiz is not a champion. Well, he could have been the interim and the mandatory for the WBC belt. How about get the WBC belt at 147 and then you can automatically challenge the champion at 154? How about that? How about if he beats Brian Norman Jr., that he can automatically challenge? Guess who the name is? Terrence Bud Crawford. But people telling me him fighting Vergil would have been such a big thing to help him at 154. It's not better than him getting a belt at 147 and automatically challenging the guys at 154. Devin Haney did it. Terrence Crawford did it. Teofimo Lopez was just about to do it with Brian Norman Jr. What are you Earthmen talking about? Lamont Roach is doing it right now with the biggest fight of his life. What are you talking about? Being an interim champion, how did that work out for David Benavidez? How did that work out for David Morrell? Did they get a Canelo Alvarez fight? No. That don't mean nothing. You know how many interim champs out here not getting the title? Because all the champion got to do is unify or fight the mandatory or drop the belt. And if he already fought the mandatory, he ain't got to fight you. You know how long David Benavidez was the WBC regular champ, the interim champ, and still didn't get the fight? And y'all know how the WBC moves. Like that was going to help him so much. Can't none of that help him better than if he get the belts at 147, he could automatically challenge the champion at the different weight class. What is better than that? But when y'all trying to rush jaronennis to 154, but the same people saying you can't rush Gervonta Davis to 140. Pick a side of the argument. Oh, well, that's Gervonta Davis. And he's still not getting the fights he wants. Gervonta Davis is not getting the fights that he wants. And then y'all telling me, well, Dean, they ducking him. So y'all got more smokes for Boots getting ducked than you do for the people ducking him. Why aren't you talking about the people ducking him? Why isn't it the onus on jaronennis? You just cool with him getting ducked. Yeah, he's getting ducked, so he should do. No, they should fight. They don't get no pass for ducking. Is y'all insane? Vergil Ortiz, a bigger name and a better fight than Teofimo Lopez. What? What? I done heard it all now. I done heard it all. I literally have heard it all. It's crazy.